Well, it looks like Xbox is trying to push forward in the world of tech, and it all has to do with the ever so controversial AI technology. So let's try to break that all down. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. Well, we are back to chat it up about Xbox, because they seem to be drawing a lot of eyes lately, and when you talk about AI in gaming, you're just bound to ruffle some feathers. So what's going on here is Xbox recently revealed their brand new generative AI that can simulate playable games, and it's called Muse. Now, Muse was a collaborative effort between Xbox and Ninja Theory, which I think that's a pretty interesting studio for that, but hey, that's good news. Now, they called this technology groundbreaking, which I think that's a pretty high bar to set, and just kind of a disclaimer here, I don't know or understand too much about AI, so I'm just going off their words. Quote, "What's groundbreaking about Muse is its detailed understanding of the 3D gaming world, including game physics and how the game reacts to players' control actions. This allows the model to create consistent and diverse gameplay rendered by AI, demonstrating a major step towards generative AI models that can empower game creators." Now, obviously, there are so many controversial situations that do surround generative AI, and what Microsoft is trying to do right here is pretty much emphasize the fact that this new tool empowers creators and doesn't take away from them, which I don't really know about that. This is because of job security for developers and how each of these so-called creations could possibly be soulless, which is something I kind of fear. Now, there is a bright spot to this here story because they talked about game preservation, which is a thing I'm quite vocal on in this space, and this technology might just aid in that effort. So, what did they have to say on that matter? Quote, "Today, countless classic games tied to an aging hardware are no longer playable by most people. Thanks to this new breakthrough, we are exploring the potential for Muse to take older back catalog games from our studios and optimize them for any device. We believe this could radically change how we preserve and experience classic games in the future, and make them accessible to more players. To imagine that beloved games lost to time and hardware advancement could one day be played on any screen with Xbox is an exciting possibility for us." Now, there is the exciting prospect of this all because with every new console generation, we always kind of seem to have questions about backwards compatibility and game preservation. Xbox, for what it's worth, has been pretty damn good in that regard, especially when it comes to backwards compatibility, so points to them. But I'm thinking about when you factor in this idea that the next console being one with a PC flavor mixed in, Xbox 360 games aren't compatible on the PC. Neither are original Xbox games. But you bring in Muse now and suddenly the future looks a lot brighter to see those old games on a new console and back in the public eye, instead of being locked off to a single platform. This also opens the door for Xbox to have this ability to port their games to practically any device that can play Xbox games, like phones, tablets, and pretty much anything else, which they've said in the past. This is something they definitely want to do. So overall, the vision on paper, I want to stress that point, on paper, it looks good. But again, execution of all this is very key, and how they handle things moving forward, that's going to be pretty big. But with all that being said, I'm going to pass it off to you guys. What do you think about all this, and what do you think about AI in gaming? Also, real quick before we end today's video, if you made it this far, you give a damn about this channel, you give a damn about me, well, I got some good news. Tomorrow's video is going to be something that's pretty special. You're going to want to keep it locked here because, well, it's going to be fun. I'm just going to leave it at that. Going to kind of leave it vague. I know. I'm sorry. I got to keep viewer retention here. But you get the point. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. It's going to be a fun one. But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video. And this has been the Level Up.